Imagine holding a tiny piece of metal that could be worth a small fortune. Yes, we're talking about a humble-looking coin that might just be hiding in plain sight. The 2 new pence coin from 1979, often overlooked and mixed in with everyday change, is turning heads in the world of collectors, and some of its rare versions have fetched jaw-dropping prices, sometimes climbing into the thousands, even tens or hundreds of thousands of pounds depending on the rarity and condition. That's right, what once was just loose change could now be your ticket to a massive payday. The question is, do you have one of these hidden gems? The 2 new pence coin was introduced as part of the UK's decimalisation effort in 1971, and it carried the inscription, New Pence, on the reverse to distinguish it from the older pre-decimal coins. Most of these coins from the 1970s aren't especially rare, but certain issues, like those from 1979 and a few specific misstruck or proof versions, are worth far more than their face value. For collectors, the excitement comes not just from finding an old coin but from discovering the rare variants that have slipped through the cracks of time, unnoticed by the general public. And here's where it gets interesting: while millions of 2p coins were minted in 1979, not all were created equal. Certain coins, especially proof coins made in limited quantities for collectors or those with rare minting errors, are incredibly scarce. In some cases, these coins have been sold at auctions or in private collections for hundreds or even thousands of pounds. The real treasure, however, lies in the coins that never made it into mass circulation or were only produced in proof sets. Some 1979 2 new pence coins have features that make them stand out. Ultra-sharp details, mirror-like finishes, or small differences in lettering and spacing that signal they were part of a proof set or minted with special care. These proof versions are extremely limited and typically never meant to be spent, but if they ever made their way into general use, or if someone broke open a proof set years ago, they could easily be sitting in a jar of old change or a forgotten drawer in your home. Now imagine discovering one of these in your collection, something worth hundreds, even thousands, maybe more. That's the dream of every coin hunter, and it's not just a fantasy. It happens, and it could happen to you. Another twist in the story comes from how the coin changed after 1981, when the inscription was updated from new pence to just 2 pence. This made the earlier coins, especially from the 1970s, more distinctive. Although the change was official in 1982, some later coins were mistakenly minted with the old, new pence wording. These era coins are considered the holy grail for 2p collectors. While the 1983 new pence era coin is the most famous, rare 1979 coins are still highly valued because of their limited proof minting and perfect condition when preserved. For those who possess such a coin in flawless, uncirculated condition, graded as proof or brilliant uncirculated, the value can skyrocket, especially at auctions where collectors bid fiercely for a chance to own such a rare piece of British currency history. Prices vary wildly depending on condition, rarity, and demand, but high-grade proof versions of the 1979 2 new pence have been known to sell for hundreds of pounds on the low end and several thousands on the high end. Some listings and sales have claimed figures as high as £5,000 to £20,000 when combined with extremely rare minting errors or pristine proof condition, especially when certified by a professional grading service. That's not pocket change, it's serious money for something you might have lying around at home. And who knows? Some coins, if unique enough and tied to a compelling backstory or a confirmed minting error, could reach prices in the realm of £50,000 or more among the most elite collectors. So before you toss aside that jar of coins or overlook a dusty drawer in your attic, take a closer look. You could be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. The thrill of discovering a valuable coin isn't just about the money. It's about the history, the hunt, and the possibility that something so small could change everything. This is your moment. Check your change, check your collections, ask your parents or grandparents to look through their old coin sets. Because if you find that special 1979 2 new pence coin, you might just be holding a treasure worth thousands, or even a life-changing sum. Don't miss your chance. Keep watching to the end, because the next few minutes might be all that stands between you and the find of a lifetime.